Yeah, well, the No Kings rally was supposed to be all the hype and everybody getting all upset and people out there preaching and screaming and cursing, saying, "No kings in America. Trump wants to be a king," yada, yada, yada. I came across this video on Facebook. A guy by the name of Sam Solis put it out. And I want you guys to pay attention to this and listen. And I got a little more information to show you after the video. Check this out.
No kings, they scream. No tyrants.
As a matter of fact, it was put out also by the United Spot.
But let's talk about the real royalty in D.C. Chuck Grassley, 50 years on the throne. Joe Biden, 48 years ruling the roost. Chuck Schumer, 44 years pulling strings. Mitch McConnell, 40 years in the castle. Nancy Pelosi, 38 years stacking gold. Bernie Sanders, 34 years preaching from the palace. And let's not forget about Maxine Waters, 35 years screaming from her fortress. Average age, 80 years old. Average time in office, 42 years. Average...
You believe that? Is everybody paying attention? Everybody's talking so much about, oh, you know what, the President Trump, that he's making all this money, and yet they'll come out and say, well, his father gave him his money. That's how he got his millions and this and that, and he's been swindling people. But yet, all these people supposedly came in dead broke or just living on a, mediocre wage, and their whole time in office, all these years, decades after decades, they are worth tens of millions of dollars. And yet, they're over here telling their constituents otherwise, making it seem like, you know what, no, we're not the ones that are doing this. It's Trump. It's the Republicans. They're the ones that are going out there. Trump's the one that wants to be a king. Trump's the one that wants to be a dictator. Okay, and yet President Trump is out there trying to increase the wealth in people's pockets and the everyday people. And all of the Democrats' constituents, they're out there struggling. They're out there wanting reparations. They're out there wanting food stamps. They're out there wanting welfare, free college, free tuition, free housing. They want everything free, free, free. And the Democrats keep telling them, we're going to get it for you. We're even going to raise your minimum wage to $30 an hour like Mamdami's trying to do in New York. But yet their salary just keeps growing and growing and growing. Yeah, no kings, huh? Okay.
Net worth? 52 million bucks. And then there's Trump. 4 years and 5 months, but he's the king. Give me a break! No kings, they chant, while they lock you down. No kings, but put your mask on, peasant! No kings, but take your 57 boosters or lose your job.
Yeah, anybody remember that? They were talking about no kings, no kings, no kings, but yet Gavin Newsom shut down California, okay, while he was out there having dinner in restaurants with friends, and none of them had masks on. You people in New York remember when de Blasio was telling everybody, if you want to go out there and have a hamburger, you need to get, your COVID vaccine. You need to get booster shots. Remember when they were telling people that in order for you to get on a plane, you need to show proof that you was vaccinated? Or if you wanted to go out into a restaurant, you had to show proof that you was vaccinated. Anybody remember that? But yet they're saying that Trump is trying to be king because he wants people to show that they're American and they have proof showing that they're American so like that they can vote. But they're saying no, that's unconstitutional. He's trying to act like a king. He's a tyrant. He's a dictator. And yet they did all that in New York. And not only in New York, all the blue states, and even in some of the red states like Arkansas. Okay, they were doing it. Why? Because Little Rock, Arkansas is run by the blue coats. But yet they're over here chanting, no kings, no kings, protesting, no kings, no kings. And yet is their leaders on the left that are passing all these draconian laws, making people lose their jobs because they didn't want to go and get vaccinated. Again, lying to people saying, you know what? You need to be able to have a living wage. We're going to raise you up to $30 an hour, like in New York, like I'm saying, like in California, but yet they won't lower taxes, like in, I don't know, like in Florida, and yet they wind up, they keep saying that, oh, Trump's the one that's trying to act like a king. Okay.
No kings, but shut your business down and stay inside. Don't worship! No kings. Snitch on your neighbor and stay 6 feet apart. They censored your voice. They mandated your life. They got rich while you got rules. And the kicker? They've been serving you for decades. Schumer, Sanders, Pelosi, they scream no kings, but they're career lords with a combined 200 plus years in power. Controlling every move you make. Telling you who's a king and who's the brave knight. You're told to fear your neighbor, not the geriatrics running the show. You're told to comply or you're the problem. You bought it. That's why you're out there marching, screaming no kings, you poor pathetic peasant. You don't even know why you're there. You just want to belong to something. While they shut down your church, but riots were fine. They killed your businesses, but Walmart was open.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. It was okay for them to go out there and riot, but if you wanted to go to church, nope, they shut it down. As a matter of fact, I have friends in New York, and one incident, one of the neighborhood barbershops, it was like on a Friday night, one of my boys called me up, I think it was Friday or Saturday night, and there was about 6-7 guys in the barbershop, and usually what they do, they hang out after they close and, put the music on, have a couple of beers, and just talk. No, the cops came in New York, in the Bronx, and raided them, and I believe they arrested the owner, because he had people in there and nobody had a mask on. But yet, what were the politicians doing? They were out there just hanging out. They were out there going to dinner. They were going to galas. They were doing whatever the hell they wanted to do. Meanwhile, telling everyday folk trying to make a few dollars, you cannot hang out in your own business after hours without wearing a mask. Unbelievable.
They banned your gatherings, but their power? Untouchable! And what's next? Well, it's just compliance, comrade. It's for the greater good. Wait till they say you can't shop, travel, or live without their latest decree. Think it won't happen? Oh, you already let them control where you go, what you say, and how you live. And you say, I don't do politics. I don't care about that stuff. Well, that's what these kings are counting on. 6 million Jews gone because people looked away. And history always repeats when you let it. They've got you. Oh, they've got you. With no fight, no questions, just obedience. Welcome to the kingdom.
Yeah, check that out, huh? Welcome to the kingdom. Again, this was at the United Spot, and it was put out by this guy right here, Sam Solis. When I seen this, I was like, I gotta make a quick video about this and put this out, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to put it out on YouTube. We'll see. Okay, but I also did a little bit more. Okay, and Ilhan Omar is always out there talking about Trump tries to be a king, he's a dictator. One interview she did, she said the biggest existential threat in America is the white man. Okay, but yet, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows by now, but I'm gonna run some numbers by you. Her government salary is $174,000 a year. In 2019, she was minus $45,000. Now, up to date, she's worth $30 million, and they're saying it's between her and her spouse. Whatever. That's all being investigated. Check out Hakeem Jeffries. Okay. Now, he's not making much, but I just found something very strange over here. His government salary is $174,000 a year. His government salary as a minority leader is $193,000 a year. Right. His net worth in 2018 was over $800,000. In 2024, okay, his net worth estimate is minus $216,000, which I'm not understanding. And then it said it ranged from minus $834,000 to plus $401,000. In 2025, he was estimated last year at $587,000. Now, as of this year, he's estimated between $1 and $2 million. I don't know. Maybe he's doing some little side projects, making some money on the side. Who knows? Okay. Cory Booker is very interesting. Very interesting. Check this out. His government salary as a senator was $174,000 a year. His alternate reported salary in 2025 by a group called Marca, I don't know what that is, was $220,000 a year. In 2018, his net worth was $807,500. In 2019, his net worth was $1.5 million, right? In 2023, disclosure range was between $585,000 and $1.3 million. In 2025, estimated by Quiver, was $1.1 million. But also in 2025, estimated by Marca, is $15 million. How? I mean, I know he could be very charismatic with his people, but how did you go in 2025, estimated at 1.1 million, okay, to 15 million? As a matter of fact, his starting salary as a governor from 174 million all the way up to 15 million. And yet you Democrats keep voting, and people say, well, what about the Republicans? And like I said in some other videos, a lot of these Republicans, they're coming in business-wise because they own businesses, okay? A lot of them are coming in with law degrees after practicing. A lot of them are coming in with doctorates, okay? Some of them are even doctors. I mean, they come in with receipts of how they make their money. But yet a lot of these Democrats, supposedly, they're coming from nothing. A lot of them say they all grew up poor. They had nothing. Even AOC, okay, at one point, she was crying and complaining, oh, I can't afford an apartment in Midtown Manhattan. You don't hear her crying anymore about money, do you? No. So then I decided, you know what, let me go check out the Obamas. Everybody loves the Obama tales, okay? Barack Obama's presidential salary in 2009 and 2017 was $400,000 a year. His post-presidency pension is $200,000 a year. Between 2024 and 2025, the net worth estimate is $70 million. $70 million. Okay? Michelle Obama, now they're saying down here, combined net worth with Barack is $70 million. The one thing that I found very strange here, it says the breakdown from 2025 reporting. It says public speaking is $10 million that they got, or maybe that's what she got. Her legal career, or their legal career early, got them $10 million, but it keeps saying minus for some odd reason. Okay, I don't know why, but whatever the case is. It says out of media production deals, $5 million, merchandise and royalties, $1 million annually. Now the book deals, for some odd reason, is $50 million. So I did a little research, and I was like, you know what? I know that Barack Obama put out a book. I think it was called, what was it called? The Sins of My Father, something like that. I can't remember exactly. And I remember when that book came out, it was like, it was the biggest thing. Everybody's got to buy his book. It's got to be autographed. It's worth this much. It's worth that much. So I decided, I looked up on this, what's this, PW article, okay? Just going to read something real quick. It's a very short video, people. I hope you guys stick with me. I'll show you guys what's going on. Okay? And it says, let me, well, I can't maximize it. Sorry. It says the Obama's book deal sparks a $65 million mystery. Now, I don't know what the mystery is. Let me, I can't even maximize this. Sorry. But I'm going to read something real quick over here. That they're saying, and it's just one little section down here. Where was it? Right here. Assuming then that PRH did spend $65 million on both books. Okay. Now it's supposed to be, what publishing house was this? When the word, let me just read the whole thing for you guys, just to make it easier. Okay. It said, when word broke out early last week, the former president and First Lady Barack and Michelle Obama had landed a I can't even read this, so small. Had landed a joint deal at Penguin Random House, which is the publishing company, the book company, okay, worth a reported $65 million. Many in the industry were stunned. Okay, this advance is, if not the largest on record. And it makes you wonder, like, why would they give two people that much money? Okay, so it's supposed to be $65 million, and this was back then. So, I mean, obviously they've spent some money, they've been out there, and I'm pretty sure they're making money. But my point is this, people. Okay? My point is this. These Democrats are always pointing the finger at everyone else. And yet they sit in their ivory castles, okay, on their ivory thrones, and they look down on the peasants, if you will, and basically blame pretty much their constituents' financial downfalls on everyone else. But yet they put out no policies. Like, I don't know, let's just take New York for instance. Okay, Mamdani is spending all this money. He wants to go and tax the rich. More rich people are leaving New York, and on top of that, he wants to raise the minimum wage to $30. Now, I know he doesn't have the power to lower taxes like Ron DeSantis. But then comes in Kathy Hochul, where she has the power as governor to say, you know what? This is what we're going to do across the board. We're going to lower taxes. But she didn't. What does she go and do? She goes and passes a law where they're going to start taxing, or they've been taxing people in Manhattan, in Midtown, from a certain time to a certain time if you want to drive your vehicle. So they just added another tax. And that's all they do. They line their pockets. They get richer. Okay? They don't lower taxes. They tell people what they can and cannot do, what they can and cannot say. Like during the Obama years and Biden years, when they were basically telling, well, I shouldn't say during the Biden years, more or less the Obama years, when they were basically censoring people, okay, on Facebook, on Twitter, when it was Twitter back then. And who acts like that? Oh yeah, dictators. Kings and queens. Okay? They want to control what you say, what you do. They want to censor you. They're going to keep telling you, listen, you got to pay this in order for us to make things better. We got to tax the rich more in order to give you guys more. And yet, Mamdani became the mayor. Okay? There's no free buses, no free trains. Okay? Taxes are going up. He's taxing the rich. They're leaving, which means that basically people are going to be losing jobs if those companies leave. Why? Because he's another one. Another one that's out there saying that Trump wants to be king. Another one out there protesting. But yet, people vote for him. People believe him. And then him and Barack Obama and Michelle and AOC and Hakeem Jeffries and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, all of them are out there riling up the masses saying you need to go out there and you need to protest. And while you guys are out there protesting, burning down businesses and getting into fights and causing trouble, we're going to sit up here sipping our champagne and we're going to watch all this. Why? Because it's all about the humanity. It's all about the greater good. You need to get out there, like Cory Booker said. You need to get out there and get in their faces. Like Maxine Waters said, you need to go out there and let them know they are not welcome. Make them feel uncomfortable. Sounds like kings and queens telling their peasants to go out there and just basically do their bidding. Meanwhile, President Trump's like, you know what? This is what I want to do. This is what I have to do in order for things to work out. But no, they can't have that. They want to go out there and say, there's no kings, no dictators in America. Yeah, you're right, there isn't. But when it comes to parties, when it comes to political parties, okay, when it comes to political officials, who's acting more like kings and queens? Think about that. Think about that. But anyways, a short video. That's what I got for you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. And if you can help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and my merch store. Also, I'm gonna be dropping a couple of more videos in the next few days. some stuff came up with my analytics and stuff. I'll explain more as we go. So if you like the content, join the channel, help the channel grow. Give it a thumbs up, leave comments. Okay, we got to get this channel going, but I came across some information and I'll talk about it on another video. So remember, people, stay vigilant, keep praying for each other, keep praying for the women and the children, pray for this country, pray for your enemies, pray for President Trump, and don't forget to pray for all the missing children that they brought across the border. Peace.